and welcome to the Saturday News.
Yeah,
Fun times. My name is Phil Chambers, and this is
Gareth. I am Gareth Morgan. Hi,
Gareth. And what are the newses we've got today, Gareth?
Got some newses. Vince McMahon likes playing Monopoly.
Big match is set for Super Showdown.
Somebody is apparently thinking about leaving NXT.
Buddy Murphy has a brand new name.
And MJF is being himself.
But first, WWE are getting sued, it seems. I'm going to have to read from my notes from this because it's a big press release from a law firm, Levi and Korsinski, who are a securities law firm. And they have been putting out a press release about a lawsuit that they're putting up against World Wrestling Entertainment, Inc. It says that Levi and Korsinski LLP notifies investors of an investigation involving possible securities fraud violations by certain officers and directors of World Wrestling Entertainment, Inc. Now, the press release was then modified and re-released to take away the certain officers and directors bit.
Right.
And so the new one, this is the full press release. It says, Levi and Korsinski notifies investors that it has commenced an investigation of World Wrestling Entertainment, Inc., WWE, or the company. It's got the
In
company
quotes,
in inverted commas.
There's not much of one
Don't
left.
quite know what that is. So I guess that's not the officers and directors, it's the company.
Right, okay. We've generalised it a little bit.
Yeah. Concerning possible violations of federal securities laws, on October 31st, 2019, WWE released its financial results for the third quarter of 2019. The company disclosed a large decline in net income and cash flow generated as compared to the third quarter of 2018 and cited unfavorable timing of working capital and lower operating performance as the cause of the decline. Now, following these disclosures, WWE stock price plummeted to 18.68%, and then it goes on to say that if you want to obtain additional information, go to this link, and then you click on the link, and it goes to a form that you can fill in, which is a loss form, to see if you qualify for a monetary reward.
Did you qualify, Phil?
I do not. I do not own WWE stock, unfortunately, because this could be my time.
Yeah.
So that's all the information we have at the minute. It's obviously brand new, and as things appear about this, we will keep you informed. But it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like someone's calling them out for losing a lot of money, really.
Yeah. Now, speculation has obviously been rampant about what this could be. The leading thing at the minute seems to be either just an investigation as to why the stock price has dropped so low, but that in the wording in the press release seems to suggest that it's really regarding to the financials from Q3 of 2019. The recent ones were Q4 of 2019.
Yeah, so
it might not have anything to do with the recent financials or the release of George Barrios and Michelle Wilson.
It's a bit late then, isn't it?
The wording of the press release changing from specifically mentioning certain officers and directors to just mentioning the company is very odd.
It's like they backtracked a little bit.
So maybe there's more to that George Barrios and Michelle Wilson release than we think. But anyway, more speculation is a while ago there was rumours from investors, questions from investors of possible funds, WWE funds being used for the XFL.
Right, yeah.
And that timescale might marry up a little bit more to the Q3 financials.
It's just not going, well, I was going to say not going well for McMahon, but he's just inviting a lot of controversy onto him in the last couple of weeks.
So this laid on top of all the financial stuff that's been coming out this week, it's an interesting time.
It is, and kind of to go off that same story of the kind of Wilson and Barrios stuff as well, McMahon has apparently kind of he wants to flex his muscles again. He's back in the mood for taking
muscles.
over.
You'd want to flex them too.
Oh, look at the muscles, they're great, man. That was weird. So yeah, apparently this comes from the Wrestling Observer that McMahon is. There was a little bit of a disagreement potentially between Wilson and Barrios. This may be another kind of thing hinting at why they were kind of let go. They were all very much in the kind of mindset of, yes, we want to use this Fox money to kind of put that money back into the company and just try and profit from it and look at different strategies and everything else. But McMahon in particular wanted to use that money to get a bit more of a tighter kind of stranglehold on the pro wrestling industry. He wanted to get as many people in as possible, as many talents in, and kind of set up well, it was kind of rumoured that he wanted to set up an NXT Texas, no, NXT Japan, NXT Germany, NXT Australia, Mexico, and Canada potentially in the future. And it just sounds like he wanted to kind of do what he's done to the British scene, but to everywhere, which is not what you want to hear.
This is the first sort of major inclination as to what that falling out between Vince and George and Michelle was, and why they were ousted, because originally it was cited as creative differences of how to lead the company forward.
Bit of a creative difference.
So that's quite the creative difference. If they want to invest the money in maximizing profits, and Vince wants to say, screw that, I want to buy all of the people I can, I want to put them on massive salaries so they don't go anywhere else, I want to open up NXT everywhere to make sure I can dominate every single portion of this industry. That's very, very different.
And it's really difficult as a wrestler in this kind of landscape right now, because if someone comes at you with, like the Revival apparently the other day, somebody comes at you with $700,000 a year.
It's tough to say no to.
Really is. You've got to think of your family. You're not in this industry a long time. Stone Cold Steve Austin always says that you've got to make your money while you can, kid. Like, you got to do it. So, I don't know. I disagree and agree. It's such a hard thing to kind of deconstruct this for me personally. We have felt firsthand what NXT UK has done to the British scene. There is that. We've got a personal, So we, kind of have a definitely personal tinge on this. But NXT everywhere is bad. Really, really, really bad. It's very similar to what the UFC are doing right now, because they're opening things up left, right and centre as well, opening performance centres around the world, whereas with that kind of makes sense because it's better healthcare and everything else, and it's not really many kind of low-key independent MMA things that are dropping really like flies, whereas the wrestling scene, in Britain especially, it was vibrant. It is not anymore. Not good. It's a weird one for the talent as well, because it's like, if you get an opportunity to work with WWE, you're going to bloody take it. Of course you are. It's the dream for most people. But then at the same time, the majority of the people in NXT UK aren't allowed to work elsewhere, and have had very big limitations put on their career by entering the WWE And now the house shows are dropping down as well, but like the less house shows across the board, so less chances to work. And because of NXT, there's less companies now running in the UK. I think like 4 or 5 major ones have closed down over the past couple of years. Defiant included, obviously. And so it's damaging to the scene in the way that WWE wants to hold this monopoly. It's bad. Bring back George and Michelle is what I say. We'll have them. Bring them in. Anyway, enough of a downer about how crap the WWE is. SmackDown happened. We had the long-awaited, the promised return to Goldberg to WWE live via satellite from his garage, I guess it was. Yeah, sandwiched in between 2 cars. Very, I don't know how I felt about it. I'd be slightly annoyed if I'd bought a ticket to that show thinking I was going to get to see Goldberg live. This is going to be great. And then there he is on the big screen. I was annoyed on my couch. I was like, wait a minute. They did kind of cut the audience for quite a bit at the beginning of this, so I was wondering if they realised and were like, boo. But anyway, he went on to talk about who's next, obviously, for Goldberg. He mentioned Brock Lesnar, but he said he's too busy with Ricochet and Drew McIntyre. And then he was thinking, what about the Universal Championship? His last run obviously didn't last that long, and he never had his rematch. Damn it. Because that rematch clause thing went away real quick. It really did. Was it around that time that it went? Something like that, It's convenient, but anyway, in the middle of this, Firefly Funhouse, not the Firefly Funhouse, the Firefly News kicked in. We had Bray Wyatt in a little news suit doing a news program. It's great. Basically saying that the news is he accepts and we're going to get the match. And then we cut to the weather and it was... what was the buzzard? The buzzard. Like, Mercy the buzzard. Talking about how it's going to be a cold day in hell. Brilliant. And it was good stuff. Apart from Goldberg not actually being in the building and probably annoying a lot of the people there. I was very scared he was just going to no-sell it, because Goldberg has a tendency to do this. Like, I always remember when he did it with The Undertaker and he just kind of laughed in his face and you were like, no, it's the Phenom, man. Like, you don't just... He did a little bit. He mentioned that his tricks aren't going to work on me. And then he's just like, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend,
"You're next," ripped his microphone off and went to work on his cars because he's a man.
Just in the car. I just love the image of a Goldberg car sandwich. Just men.
So that's it. Super Showdown. We are actually getting Goldberg versus The Fiend.
Oh. But what made me giggle
What a
is
world.
it's a mad world, but like the actual graphic of the match, you had the blue Universal title in the back, Goldberg, and then you had the Fiend holding his face title.
Yeah.
And it's just that's never not going to be weird. It's just not. It's just, and I want Goldberg to win it and have a Goldberg face title just to prove a point. Just
That'd be amazing.
the little blood mark on his head. I'll go for that.
Anyway, also on SmackDown, Carmella won a Fatal 4-Way match to get the number 1 contendership for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley immediately came out to attack her afterwards. This is probably the feud most people have been expecting from Bayley's title run because of the history between Bayley and Carmella. It's an easy story to tell. When that match is going to be, we have no idea yet.
I know, that was an interesting one. Obviously, it wasn't going to be.
Maybe Elimination Chamber, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they've still got to build to that. There's still other shows. There's not just Super Showdown.
So does that
WWE.
Does that hint at so that we don't think maybe a women's title is going to be on the line in an elimination chamber?
I don't know. Who
Maybe
knows?
the Raw one?
They've got to do some kind of women's elimination chamber.
Oh, do an NXT women's one.
Ooh,
That'd be sick.
That'd be good.
Well up for that.
And also, Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin hasn't ended yet. They're going to do it in a steel cage at Super Showdown.
In a steel kennel.
Cool. End that feud already.
Yeah.
So that's 4 matches announced for Super Showdown at the minute. Obviously, Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin in a steel cage. We've got The Miz and John Morrison going up against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The New Day. We've got Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet, which is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
And Goldberg versus Bray Wyatt. What a show!
Oh, I just can't. I'm just looking forward to the promos coming up for this like the coming weeks.
It should be fun.
The Goldberg Fiend stuff. Yes. We like it.
I've also got this. I need to show you this because Bray Wyatt tweeted out a picture of Goldberg inspiring him in his youth.
Oh, I think I've heard of this.
And it reads, Goldberg was directly responsible for this, #unforgivable, and it's a picture of his really bad tribal tattoo.
Wow! He's had that mask though, hasn't he, over the years?
Yeah, completely.
Oh, wow!
So if you're going to build a feud of you made me get a bad tattoo.
You changed me.
I'm game.
Yeah, all right, I'm in. He's next. What else is next? Okay, that's worst segue ever, but I tried. We've got WWE NXT superstars apparently on her way out of the door, and it's down to the fact that she's had some issues with officials apparently. Now, Taynara Conti, I just didn't want to cock up her name completely. I had to really stare at that one. She's reportedly on her way out. She had a disagreement with management. It was reported that it was something to do with financials. She wasn't happy with what she was getting paid. She completely sat out of the Battle Royal on NXT a couple of weeks back. Just didn't seem like she's happy with where she's being placed in NXT at the moment. It kind of calls back to what we said earlier about people being signed to the company, being signed in these positions and not getting utilised, not getting used in the way they want to be.
It's tough on NXT more than anything else as well because there's such a big roster there for such little airtime.
But it is one of those things now where a lot of talents are having that. They've had that kind of sniff of WWE. They've been there. They've kind of seen that perhaps the grass isn't as green as they thought it was, and they want that creative license over themselves. So she's still technically signed with NXT. She's not gone anywhere just yet, but there are rumors she's on her way out. She's obviously got a black belt in judo and I think it's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. So there's kind of mixed martial arts stuff where she could go off in that. So,
speaking of mixed martial arts.
Well, WhatCulture Combat, Gareth, UFC 247, watch some ups and downs tomorrow. Plug. So there's all that there for her if she wanted to go and do that. I'm all for that. If she isn't getting utilised on NXT, why not go and spread her wings and do
absolutely, yeah. If you're not happy with your place and you don't feel like you're gonna be able to grow in that spot, go elsewhere, figure it out. Hustle.
It's a tough time in that NXT women's division because it's competitive as hell. I like it. There's tiers now. You feel like people can work their way up to the top, but if you're not even in a position to start at the bottom on TV, I don't know what you're gonna do. So yeah, that's that one. That's that story. Have we got another one from your side?
We have got another one. Buddy Murphy is no longer Buddy Murphy. He's had a huge gimmick change.
How dare you steal my buddy?
John Pollock of Post Wrestling was announcing this. He is no longer Buddy Murphy. He is now Murphy.
Buddy. That breaks me. It breaks me because Why?
I don't know.
It's not even like it was hard to pronounce or anything.
Yeah.
It's just...
They've been doing this a lot lately. Mustafa Ali was changed to Ali, and then was changed back to Mustafa Ali.
Back, yeah. It might
Apollo
come back.
Crews went to Apollo. Who else has been...
Andrade.
Yeah, Andrade. Eric
Cien
Rowan was
Almas.
just Rowan for a while, and then
he
went back to being Eric Rowan.
Did we have Harper as Harper for a bit?
Don't think
It was Harper
I
and
don't
Rowan,
know.
maybe.
Yeah,
It doesn't...
It's weird.
People-
Seems pointless. Everyone
can
knows
say
him as
names.
Buddy Murphy. It doesn't. It's not going to make a difference. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Is it a thing of that kind of that stable right now, trying to shorten down or become as moniker-based as possible? Because you got the AOP,
Yeah.
Murphy, and the Monday Night Messiah. I think they're trying to give all the names to Seth Rollins just because he's the focal point. Seth Rollins, Monday Night Messiah, the Architect, the Beast Slayer, he's got everything.
And
everyone else is
Murphy.
he just sounds like a lackey, and I hope this doesn't affect his presentation now and he's seen as just a lackey.
Yeah.
Because he was doing really well. He's in a cracking, he's a feature player now really on Raw.
Yeah, and he's bloody good.
Yeah, bloody good Murphy. We like him. So yeah, hopefully that's not going to affect him too much. Now, my last kind of story is all about MJF. He's been up to his old MJF tricks on Twitter. Obviously, you may have heard by now that MJF. He did some lashing.
He did do some lashing.
Yeah, on AEW Dynamite, lashed Cody's back to smithereens. And then as he was on his way out, he was running out of the building, obviously just to kind of stare at his handiwork as well. A fan jumped him and Warlow, which, if you've seen Warlow, I wouldn't jump Warlow, that's not wise. And,
definitely not.
Yeah, we're not sure at this point. I sound like the guy on Knives Out, Daniel Craig's character. Like, we're not sure if it was a plant or not. But maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But now MJF has come out on Twitter and poked Cody, again, with a bit more kind of bad will, which is what he's doing. He's kind of poked him and said, like, oh, when it comes to this steel cage match that's coming up soon, you're not going to stand a chance against my guy, he's going to batter you. And then a fan has come out on Twitter and gone, well, MJF, watch yourself. He said, how was it when a fan went after you? Won't be the last time either. You are risking physical harm with your words. Yeah,
Ooh.
so that's a threat. But MJF, unshaken, unwavered in this response. I might try and get my papers and
Big
write
fan
out.
that you were like dead confidently changing the sheets there to get to his next quote from MJF. Blank page.
He said nothing. See ya. Damn it! Okay, he says, me and Wardlow handled him easy. If you or anyone else wants to test me, step up to the plate. You'll learn very quickly that I'm the real deal and that I am not. But yeah, he's just inviting people onto him, really, which
Bizarre.
I don't know how advised that is.
Yeah, there's some crazy people out there that may take him up on the offer.
But I love it because it's that thing with AEW right now. Every time you watch, you do feel like there's a genuine audience connection. It's not like WWE where it's a genuine connection if you're doing the things we want you to do.
Hey, WWE had an audience connection on SmackDown. Baron Corbin poured a drink over a fan's head. Fan.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of those where everything just feels a bit contrived.
Weirdly,
like,
when Roman Reigns was leaving, that fan had gone somewhere.
He's got to get washed up,
dry
man.
up.
Yeah, he's got a towel. Yeah, so I don't know. It's great because he's promoting the match, and again, it makes me go, oh, I kind of want to tune in next week to see if he gets battered now. Like, there's that.
It's like if that fan's a plant though, and the fan that attacked him, like that's got to be a dangerous road to go down.
I think he needs about 10 more Wardlows
bit
to
weird.
look after him now. He's going to need some serious security. Got all the elite after him. Yeah, he's got now the entire fan. He's probably going to be the most. It's him or Jericho right now, aren't they? The most like over kind of heels, aren't they?
I think MJF might have more heel heat than Jericho.
Genuinely. Anyway, he lives it. Absolutely. But it's one of those things where he's living a character where it's not difficult in the sense of he's not going to play like a demon outside of the. He can just sit there.
But he
and
lives
be
it 24/7 as well. Like saw him at like WrestleCons and at StarCast events and things like that. He is that character all the time.
It's great.
Well, I say character, he's probably just him.
Yeah,
like, he's
dialed
just an
up to 11, which is it. They're the best characters, and this is great. Great responding to fans on Twitter, but not sure if it's the best thing to do.
Could go wrong, but let's find out. If it does go wrong, we'll keep you informed on the news.
Might have videos of it. You never know. I might get some videos sent in. That'd be pretty cool.
Anyway, you can follow me at Fill My Chambers. Where can you follow you?
At GMorgan04.
And you can follow everyone at WhatCulture, at WhatCulture WWE. Make sure to like the video, subscribe down below, and comment on all the stories. Let us know what you think of it all.
Yeah, and I will have less papers next time because they're annoying.
That has been the news. We will see you next time. Join in. There's a SmackDown review podcast coming up later, and Ups and Downs coming in a couple of hours.
Simon Miller returns, I believe, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Going to be very disappointed if he's not.
I know, I am.
That's like the Goldberg announcement, but for us.
Simon Miller's going to be sat between some cars, just like, sorry guys, I'm not going to be doing Ups and Downs.
Bye.